Look at this OPA. Look at how small it is. How small is that baby to require this? That is a little baby, okay? So sometimes on scene, you might have people that are acting all out of pocket and you have to say like, get the F back, you know, I'm gonna call the cops. The other end of that could be a mom who's hysterical, having that blood curdling cries, and you have to console her or something like that. You have to come up with some words like that. It can be very, very intense. So scene control and scene management, you know, we have to think about that. You know, we're going into an industry that's uncontrollable, and so we have to learn how to control the most things that we can. And so you have to come up with your narratives on what you're going to say to these people. This is very small. This could be an in vitro baby. This could be a, you know, whatever. This could be a family that like has been trying really hard for this, or has been battling whatever, or it could just be a tragedy, a just out of nowhere situation. That sound that the moms make when their baby is dead, you're gonna listen to them pleading for God. They're gonna be looking at you, okay? They're gonna be saying, save my baby. And they have an expectation that you know your bag, that you know your equipment, that you're calm, cool, and collected, that you're gonna show up as a hero. They don't wanna see something that's spun out and go, if I had a real lifesaver there, my baby could be. They don't want to have any doubt. So you need to act the part. If we go to welding school and we don't leave welding school knowing how to weld, we have a problem. And so the reason why we're training for this is to where it's muscle memory, to where we can do this and we understand it completely, so that we don't have to look at our shoes to tie them and we can look up and talk. If you have awareness of this, I'm sorry, it's not enough for the program, okay? This isn't an elective grade. Some of you that are trying to go in pre-med and stuff like that, it may be that way for you. I'm not really talking to you. But those of you who want to go work in the field, the objective is to not only be able to do it, but to be able to do it and do all the other stuff, which would be comforting mom, or controlling the scene, or delegating someone else, or being mindful of the tasks that we delegated out and that they're getting done, or recognizing that they're being done incorrectly so we can make an adjustment. And the whole thing of like, knowing what's coming down the line and playing this chess versus checkers, okay? If we are only reactive and we're not proactive, we are behind all the time. We are only making an adjustment when it's presented to us, instead of foreshadowing and knowing that's coming down the pipe. So, hey guys, we're gonna start transporting. I need you to get the gurney. It's on its way by the time that I go to here. Hey, we're going to bag this patient, so whatever. Hey, I want to put this patient on CPAP. Go have it ready for me so when we get in, it's on. You know, those kinds of things, okay? You guys are great.